Discuss about budgeting concepts and forecasting techniques. We'll discuss what is the role of budgets in the organization, budgeting process, how people make budget in the company, budgeting and standard cost, how we are going to do the budgeting, what is standard cost. Then the topic will altogether different. It includes correlation, mathematical usage to support budgeting in an accurate way. These are some methods: correlation and regression, learning curve analysis, time series analysis, expected value and sensitivity analysis. These are mathematical techniques. When it comes, I will keep discussing with you. What is budget? Budget, another name is profit plan. But with the name of profit plan, we should not confuse that this is always go to the production, then it go to the purchase. So if it is we are talking about sales budget, you have 20,000 employees and you are following a participatory style, like everyone participates in the business development, the budget development. So it will take a lot of time. It can take 3 months, 4 months, depending upon the situation. So ideally, the lead time, sufficient lead time means that the budget should start well before, and you should have enough time to implement, review, and get it approved from the board of directors. Right? Ideally, it should be approved in December if you want to apply it into January. So sufficient lead time, then should be a budgeting calendar. What is that calendar? It tells that this is the date, this is the department, it will go from here, then it will go from this department to this date. So generally this is how the activities will go up, right? Budget manual, we have to make a manual to explain everyone that this is our company budget preparation instructions. This is how we make the budgets. It should include the distribution instructions, that how the budget will be distributed from one department to another. Budget should promote goal congruence. What is goal congruence? That is the compliance, right? Once we comply with it, it will be becoming the all department goals should be in accordance. Let's talk about expected value. This is a very important concept. Expected value is, suppose if a bank comes to us and he says that if you invest $1 million with us, in 5 years you will get $5 million, right? So apparently it seems very lucrative, it looks very attractive. But we have to see what is the probability, means chance, that we will get this 5 million. Right? If this 5 million, 50% chances that we'll get this 5 million, right? So the expected value formula is amount into probability, right? Amount into probability. It's a very simple concept, and we will make a table that is called payoff table. Payoff table means amount into probability. I will show you one question. Now you can see this column is showing the probability. Probability is a word from probable. Probable means chance of happening. Either whenever a perfect information question comes to you, you have to choose the highest probabilities given in that is in our knowledge. For example, there are 3 probabilities, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4. So we'll choose 0.6 because this is if we know that what is going to happen in the future. That is the perfect information, is the certain knowledge of anything happening in the future. Let's talk about this example. Now we have 3 options. Either we invest in 0 yard, 1 yard and 2 yards. The criterion for choosing the investment is expected value. Highest expected value is a good option. Now this is the original option, expected value. When we invest in 1 yard, we'll get $175,000, and if we invest in 2 yards, we get $225,000, right? Which one we have to invest? 2, because the expected value is more than this one, right? Okay. Now in the first alternative, if we invest in 1 yard, we get $75,000. But if we invest in 2 yards, we get $125,000. Which one we have to invest? 2, because the expected value is higher than investing in 0. And if you see the third option, 116 is smaller than 149. So which one we will go for? 102 yards. Okay, let's do another question. This is different situation. 1 yard if you invest, 175. 2 yards if you invest, you will get 150. Which one you will invest? Let's talk about the mathematical part, correlation and regression. Co is a Latin word, means two, relation of two variables. This is very important for us because we are making budgets. So we should know that if we want to increase sales, we have to increase the cost of sales, we have to increase the advertisement, we have to increase this one. So naturally correlation exists. We have to see how much correlated this is. So later we can focus on that and that one. Let's talk about correlation. Always falls between 1 to -1. -1 means perfectly, +1 is perfect correlation, means as you think, the other party also thinks. As sales move, advertisement, as you advertise, sale also move up, right? And -1 is perfectly opposite, like inversely correlated, like most of the case, like husband wife, you want to sleep and she want to go on shopping. It's like opposite. Somehow, yeah, it is. As you advertise, sales goes down here. This is opposite, right? If the, for example, the stocks of Etisalat is going up, right? And Do is going down, for example, this is perfectly inversely correlated, right? Perfect inverse correlation. R is equal to 1 is shown by this one, right? And R is equal to -1, this is like downward slope curve. How it came, this is not in our scope, but if you studied economics anywhere, you have a curve knowledge. This is law of supply, this is law of demand. That once one variable will go up, other variable will go down. This is in this kind of curve, this is going up, this is going up. Most widely prevalent is this method. This is called cumulative average time model, right? The 90% questions are based on this one, but we have another question called incremental unit time model. How it works? Let's understand the question. This is the question. It says when you produce 1 unit, it takes 100 minutes, right? Then it becomes double, and then it becomes double. This is we suppose. I mean, when it becomes double efficiency. Now it is 1, then it becomes 2, then it becomes 4, then it becomes 8, double. And from 8 it will become 16. 16 it will become 32. 32 it becomes 64. This is learning curve. For our simple mathematical calculations, all questions of the learning curve, you will say we produce 50 units. Now what will be the learning curve on the 4th unit? So 4th unit does not mean 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be 1, then it becomes double, this is second, and then it becomes 4th. In this question, if you see your books, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But the third is, if you see behind it is a note is written. What is written behind the note? Just see the table, there is a line like this is calculated by using highly sophisticated methods which is not in the scope of the CMA calculation, right? In your example it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, but he told us 3 is not our scope of work, so why do we consider 3? Just focus 1, 2 and 4. Learning curve comes in double. Every time whatever curve will be given 80%, it will take 80%. So 100%, 80% is 80%, and 80% is 64%. And 64, 80%, maybe 56, whatever is, it will come like that. This is 2, right? And we have cumulative average time model method. What we do is we multiply A column with the B. Means 1 into 100, 2 into 80, and 4 into 256, right? So this is the total cumulative time that we spend on that. If you want to see the incremental time, how we do? This is 100, this is 160 minus 100, this is 256 on this one. If this minus this and this minus this, you see, this is 100, this is 160, right? And this is 256 minus, what is the total of this one? 45.37. One line is missing. Just read the concept. These are not questions, these are for your understanding that this is a learning curve. It goes in 1, 2, 4, 8, it becomes double. Every time you have to take the percentage, then you can multiply, it will become a cumulative average time. And if you minus each, it will become incremental time, right? For second method, it's very simple. You take cumulative of B, means 100 plus 80 is 180. Total of this column, 100 plus 80 plus the third and then the 4. So you will get this column and divide it with the number of units. So you will get per unit time for it. This method is rarely used in your exams. This is the main method that we will